place game between the Versailles Lady Tigers and the Smith Cotton Lady Tigers. So basically, I can't just use the phrase Tigers all night because it's going to get really confusing. I'm Colton Taylor. Here in just a bit, I'll be joined by the coach, Jason Vansels. We've got back-to-back games. Once again, the fifth place game going to be Versailles and Smith Cotton. That's going to be followed up by Eldon and Capital City, which is sure to be a great battle. And then the headliner for the night, how about a little bit of a rivalry? 12 miles separate two teams. Last year came down to overtime and just 2 points. I'm talking about California and Tipton ladies going to battle it out for the championship of this tournament. It's going to be a great night with some great matchups. We'll come back with your H&R block of Versailles pregame show in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
From the snap of the ball to the last play of the game, Danner Roofing and Construction specializes in commercial and residential roofing. Danner Roofing and Construction works hard all 4 quarters and completes every job from start to finish with no money down. No time is wasted on the clock, and the seasoned pros bring home the win every time. When your home or business is ready for a roof or repair, depend on Danner Roofing and Construction. 4 generations of roofing experience and the team to get the job done before the whistle blows. Look them up online and Facebook.
Kids ask their parents a lot of questions.
Why can't people fly?
Gravity.
Is the moon really made of cheese?
Yep, cream cheese.
When can I move into a big kid's car seat?
For some questions, parents may not have the answer, but that's okay. They can't know everything, but knowing the right seat for their age and size will help protect them in a car crash. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Contact one of Miller County Health Center's certified car seat techs for assistance at 573-369-2400. Insurance Associates America, your leading agri insurance agency in Tipton, insuring poultry and swine buildings since 1975. Let them be your trusted choice for your homeowners, auto, farm, life and health, property, casualty, workers' comp, bonds, IRAs, and annuities. Insurance Associates America, friendly professional service. Call Bob Rolls and Sheila Moon, your trusted choice independent insurance agents in Tipton at 660-433-2141. Insurance Associates America, 660-433-2141.
Lakefront homes, luxury homes, condos, first-time home buyers, farms, foreclosures, townhomes, villas, lakefront commercial. First Choice Realty is Eldon's oldest and most trusted real estate brokerage. Christopher Weeberry is a lifelong resident of the Lake area and real estate salesperson. Call Chris Weeberry with First Choice Realty today if you're thinking about selling or looking to purchase a new home. 573-480-2313. That's 573-480-2313.
And we are back. It is the H&R block of Versailles pregame show. So we're getting ready for this showdown between the Versailles Lady Tigers and the Smith Cotton Lady Tigers. I'm Colton Taylor. Got Justin back at the studio on the board tonight, and here eventually we'll be joined by the coach, Jason Vansel. He's a teacher, just like Britt's in school. Versailles gets out at 3:30. They gotta get. I completely understand. Just appreciate that they hustle up here the way they do. It's been a lot of fun in this tournament. Which, by the way, I just had a gentleman come up and say, "Hey, we were listening to watching the Huddlecast, but we want to sync it up with the radio or whatever." Go to MoSportsZone.com. It'll sync itself right up. You can listen and watch together. And as I'm multitasking here and not doing a very good job of it, you can watch and do all that. Killing me, Coach Culpepper, killing me. Special thanks, by the way, to Coach Culpepper, Dr. Rob, everybody here at Tipton High School. They have been absolutely phenomenal, all the way down to even Jackson Beeman. He dropped a 30-piece last night in their game. I got here, he was setting up stuff, helping get things ready. Came up and asked me, "Hey, what do you need? What can I do for you?" Just a great kid and was extremely helpful, and just really appreciate Jackson and everybody here at Tipton that's taken such good care of us. We're about 3.5 minutes away from tip-off. I talked with the Versailles coaching staff before the game in the Dunn and Associates coaches interview, and I asked Coach Temporary Gunter, said, it's a young squad, but what are you looking at coming into tonight's game? She said, "We know Smith Cotton is going to run through their post, that being Bellamy. We've got to try to find a way to slow her down." So they're planning on fronting and backing Bellamy, trying to keep her off the glass and doing anything they can to slow her down. But she said their team goal has been to get better each game, and they've been looking at setting an identity. They wanted goals going forward in the year, things to build on and build towards. And I asked her just moments ago, the assistant coach for the Lady Tigers came running up here to me and said, "We set our team goal." And Coach Kirk told me that their goal for the year is twofold. First off, they want to take more shots than the other team. Building confidence in their players has been a big thing. They want to get their girls to shoot the basketball more. So Secondly, we want to win the rebounding war. If we get more shots up and we're getting more rebounds than them, it's going to keep us in a lot of ball games. So it seems like two great goals for a young squad going into the season. I mean, this squad is essentially built off of freshmen and sophomores. They couldn't be much younger if they tried. I say this as I should have had the roster prepared to go. Looking down the list, I mean, you have no seniors on this entire roster. You have one junior being Ari Jones. Everybody else is freshmen and sophomores. So that is a very, very young squad for the Versailles Lady Tigers, which once again goes back to the fact that Coach Gunter and I talked about it a little bit, which was it's not all about winning right now. Yes, of course you want to win games. You always want to win games. But what's more important, as she said, is some of these girls haven't played basketball since 5th and 6th grade. Some of these girls have never played basketball. Some of these girls were outstanding wrestlers that are now basketball players. They're having to relearn fundamentals, get the basics down, and build as a team. And it's going to be huge going forward to be able to get those basics down, get those fundamentals figured out, and then grow from there. But we'll see what the Versailles ladies have in store, because across the way from them, this Smith Cotton squad that we saw in the opening round against the Tipton Lady Cardinals, and it was a battle. Anastasia Bellamy, number 25, she's the senior center for this squad. Every bit of 6'2". I mean, she is big and strong and skilled with both hands. That is the scary part, is she'll get you with the right and she'll get you with the left. They are really going to have to focus on her. She has been the focal point of this offense for the Smith Cotton Tigers. But the guard play has been pretty solid as well, because on the guards, you have players like Eliza Davinaugh, a junior guard who was able to get some good looks and knock down a few shots early in the game. That's going to help pull pressure off of Bellamy down low. But the offense is going to start and stop with the center, Anastasia Bellamy. We're going to take one more quick break. We'll get your starting lineups in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Since 1944, Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company, Morgan County's only locally owned lumber yard, has been providing the area with quality building materials needed for its building, remodeling, and repair projects. Because customer care is Carpenter Gunther's #1 goal, your project is always their priority. They take as much pride in your project as you do. Reach them at 378-4433 Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and 8 to noon on Saturday. Carpenter Gunther, where they put the home in hometown business.
And we are just about ready to get your starting lineups underway here in the H&R block of Versailles pregame show. Once again, you can listen to this game online at lakeradio.com, or you can stream it at MoSportsZone.com. Getting ready for the 5th place game in tonight's contest. You're listening to this broadcast on KTKS Versailles, Eldon, Lake of the Ozarks, KS95 Sports, online at lakeradio.com, streaming at MoSportsZone.com. As I look down here, make sure I've got all the starters correct. And I believe that I do. Starting for the Smith Cotton Lady Tigers, number 12, Zoe Hieronymus. Number 15, Kendall Jackson. Number 23, Dominique Bell. Number 25, Anastasia Bellamy. And number 30, Haley Burlingame. Starting for the Versailles Lady Tigers. Every time I think that I have my stuff in order, I realize that I've left something somewhere. Okay, there's my Versailles Tigers roster that I had out. Starting for the Versailles Lady Tigers, it's going to be number 3, Brooke Anderson, a sophomore. Number 4, Ari Jones, a junior. Number 5, Amanda Vera, just a freshman. Number 15, Reagan Wilson, a freshman. And number 24, Sarah Bland, a sophomore. So once again, very, very young squad here for these Versailles Lady Tigers. On the tip, it will be Ari Jones facing off with Anastasia Bellamy. In case you're curious, it is probably an 8 to 9 inch height difference. Yeah, that's not exaggerating either. 8 to 9 inches separate Bellamy and Ari Jones. Tip is up, and Bellamy wins. So we are underway. First quarter play, Chuck Yo, the Land Pro in this 5th place game. Tigers versus Tigers. It's 1-2-2 or an extended 3-2, however you want to look at it, zone for Versailles. They're going to look to collapse on Bellamy. Good defensive movement. Smith Cotton trying to be patient, work the ball around the outside. They want to go to Bellamy. Lob her at the free throw line. She goes low. Shot won't fall. Put back tipped. And a travel call. Good defense by the Lady Tigers as they force the turnover. I just realized I don't have a color guy, so stopping for those breaks really doesn't do anything right now. So a good start to the game for Versailles. On their first look offensively, Bland fires the 3, got a clean look. Anderson tries to keep it alive, but it is controlled by South Callaway, who's not in this game. Smith Cotton. There's too many SC teams. Let's see how long I struggle with this. Smith Cotton on offense now. Good ball movement. They're looking to go to Bellamy at the block. Instead, high post shot won't fall. Ari Jones pulls in the rebound. It was a good look for Burlingame of Smith Cotton. She couldn't get it to go. Anderson will slow it down. Out to meet Anderson is Dominique Bell. Goes to Jones, skip passes Vera. She sets her feet, fires the three, won't go. And it will just be allowed to go out of bounds. A good box out by Bellamy. So we're still tied at 0-0 with 6:53 to go here in the first quarter of play. Running the point for this Smith-Cotton squad, right now, is Hieronymus. She tries to just loft it up to Bellamy, high enough where Bellamy was the only one who could get it. Her left-hand shot won't go. And how about Ari Jones skying for the board? And she has found Ari somehow is averaging 10 rebounds a game. Like, I'm not positive, but Ari Jones cannot be much over maybe 5'7", 5'6", probably is more likely. And Bellamy actually going to come out of the game early for Smith-Cotton. So the size off the floor for the Smith-Cotton Lady Tigers. Anderson brings it up, goes to Jones on the left side. Quickly down into the post, putting the shot up, but would not fall. It was a good look that wouldn't go from Wilson. Now the jumper short. Ari Jones with the putback, won't fall. Tipped around, last touch by Smith-Cotton. Ball will stay with Versailles. A good look there from the freshman. Reagan Wilson just couldn't connect. But the Tigers, Versailles Tigers, I should say, are getting looks. Just haven't got them to fall yet. The inbounds is loft out to Anderson. Brooke Anderson tries to turn the corner. Goes to Vera. She drives short corner. Tries to lob down low to Sarah Bland, but it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. Tigers are the home team, by the way, on the scoreboard, and they're home whites. Smith-Cotton in their road black and gold. Smith-Cotton on offense. Being very patient here. Bellamy not on the floor, but they still go to the post. Good double as Brooke Anderson came on the weak side, was able to tip it, tie it up, jump ball. Possession arrow favors Versailles. Looks like Bellamy going to check back into this game. I think Coach just wanted to talk to her about a few things. So we played 2 minutes, and neither team has found a bucket yet. Anderson on the point. Smith-Cotton really extending their defense. Jones skip past to Vera. She's got room. She'll let the shot go and banks in the three. First lead of the game goes to Versailles. They're up 3-0 after a Vera three. A good look. That goes back to the we're going to shoot more shots than the other team. And it pays off for Amanda Vera. Getting the ball in the paint, but a travel. So this Versailles defense, don't look now, but the Tigers are getting it done. Oh, I'm sorry. They're going to call Vera's shot a 2. I didn't realize she had the foot on the line. Just 2-0. But still, that is the early lead for the Tigers. And they have the ball. Anderson caught in a trap. Pass tipped, but kept alive. First one to it for Smith-Cotton. I believe that's Dominique Bell. Bell pulls it out. Finds Hieronymus. To Jackson. Back to Hieronymus. Back to Jackson. Tigers staying in this 1-2-2. Really focused on Bellamy. They loft it where only Bellamy can get it. She falls down on the shot. Jones gets the board, and they're going to call an over the back on Dominique Bell. So great box out by Ari Jones. This kid is physical. Seriously, I was kind of joking with Coach before the game. Said, you worried about the size? And she goes, no, Ari right now is averaging 1 injury, accidentally given a game. I said, what? And she goes, on accident, Ari's broken 2 noses and split 1 girl's head open. Like, that's insane. She said she wasn't worried about Ari getting pushed around. Skip pass to Vera. Vera drives short corner, has it taken away. Feeds inside to Bland. Bland stuck between 2 taller players, and Bellamy there to take it away. Back the other way now. Smith-Cotton. Hieronymus. Ball movement. They go low post. It's trapped from Versailles. This zone looks good for the Lady Tigers of Versailles as a jump ball forced by Brooke Anderson. She got tied up with, I believe that was Olivia Birdsong that had just checked into the game. They lofted into Bellamy at the high post. She goes short corner, mid-range jumper up, won't fall, tipped around. They're going to say last touch by Versailles. They keep going high post, low post. That is Smith-Cotton with Burlingame in the low post and Bellamy in the high post. Looking for the cutter. Smith-Cotton gets their first bucket to fall. Left-handed layup up and in. That is Bell. We're tied at 2 apiece. 4:25 to play. Anderson, her pass is tipped, but Jones receives it. Back to Anderson, the beak of the logo. Out to Vera, thought about the 3, gives it up to Brooke Anderson. Tries to turn the corner, skip pass to Jones. Ari under a lot of pressure, skips it to Vera, going low to Bland, working against Bellamy. She goes right against Bellamy, has her shot blocked. I mean, you like it, though. Sarah's going to post up. You've got to go straight up with it. It's just Sarah Bland is, I don't even know, probably 5'7" as well. Maybe 5'6", 5'5". She's 5'5", and she's trying to post up 6'2". All right, it's going to be a struggle. Brooke Anderson out to Bland. Over to Vera. Oh, to Anderson. Passes tipped. Anderson somehow keeps it alive to the corner. Jones steps into a shot. A lot of contact, no whistle. Play on. Smith Cotton trying to run the floor. Right-handed layup up and in. Zoe Hieronymus with the bucket. So Smith Cotton takes their first lead of the game at 4-2. And it's a steal. Out ahead of everybody is Bell as she's going to lay it up there. No, excuse me. A great recovery by the Versailles Lady Tigers. I counted my chickens before they hatched. I thought Bell was going to get the layup. But she just dribbled it off her foot, says my color commentating camera woman. 4-2 ball game. Full distance heave. Half court. Brooke Anderson. Looking like Patty Mahomes out here as she finds Reagan Wilson. What a dime, and we're tied up at 4. 3:15 to go, and is it a steal? It is. Great defense by Bland leads to the Ari Jones steal. Versailles ladies with the ball in a tie ball game. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Tie up taken away by Bellamy. Bellamy is just bigger and stronger than everyone on the floor by a substantial amount. I mean, we're not talking by a little. We're talking a lot. Bell drives, her right-hand layup won't go. Gets her own miss, goes to the floor with it. Able to give it up to a guard. Needs some help, goes inside to Bellamy. Bellamy right hand off the glass. She just got the ball up over the Tigers. Nothing you can do with that one as Smith Cotton regains the lead 6-4. 2:35 to go in this quarter. Anderson to Jones. Jones skip pass to Vera. Shot fake. Out to Anderson. She's got space. Dials up a three and knocks it down. Brooke Anderson to give the Lady Tigers the lead, 7-6 with 2:20 to go. I got to stop saying Lady Tigers. There's 2 sets of them out here. Winning team gets to keep the name. Goes to Bellamy on the block. She's got Bland on her. Takes a power dribble, strides into the lane, and lays it in. I don't know what you do with that. If the double team doesn't come, Bellamy's just got such an advantage. 8-7 now, the Smith Cotton lead. It's been a back-and-forth first quarter with 2 minutes to play. And another dot there, I don't think Wilson was quite ready for it. Brooke Anderson is trying to look off the zone, spread them out, and hit Wilson on the block. That's just a tough play to make. We're under 2 minutes to play here in the Chuck Yo, the Land Pro first quarter, and this is the best Versailles ladies have looked to start the season. Trying to go low to Bellamy. It's a tip pass. They've got her pinned on the baseline. Great defense as the ball is thrown out of bounds. That was a heads-up play. Bellamy was able to go up and get the ball, but they took the position away, pinned her on the baseline where she had nowhere to move, had to force it out. Great defense being played by Versailles. Anderson squaring up with a double team. She splits it. Floater, middle of the lane. A lot of contact kept alive by Wilson. Trying to pass out to a guard. Does so, finds Vera. Top of the key, Jones goes low to Bland. Bland shot partially blocked and taken away by Bellamy. I think that's going to be a problem. I know you want to get the ball inside, but just Sarah Bland versus Bellamy is just not fair for Sarah Bland. Once again, we're talking like 8 inches different of height. And the Smith Cotton shot is short, out of bounds. So Versailles will regain possession. 1:14 to go, only trailing by 1, 8-7. I am very impressed with the Lady Tigers right now of Versailles. Vera to Anderson. She drives, gets the mid-range out to Jones. Jones goes inside to Wilson. Wilson shot blocked as well. They keep going at Bellamy, and I know the idea is to try to draw fouls, but it's, again, major size difference. 3 on the way off the front iron. Loose ball, goes off several players, and finally winds up in the hands of Vera. Vera splits 2 defenders, and she's fouled on the way. So Versailles maintains possession. That's the 13th foul on Smith Cotton. Anderson receives the pass to the corner. Bland, she'll fire a 3. It's long. Rebound tipped around, finally hauled in by Smith Cotton. 35 seconds to go in this first quarter, just a 1-point game. Hieronymus gives it up to Jackson. The corner is Bell, trying to go to Bellamy at the low post. Good defense by the Tigers. It's back out to Hieronymus in the corner. Anderson there to recover. Jackson thought about a three. She drives, and reach-in foul going to be called. No harm done there. I believe they're going to get Ari Jones, just her first and the team's first, with only 16 seconds to play in this first quarter. Hieronymus will inbound, gets Bell on the cut. Her shot won't climb the iron, but she was fouled and will shoot two. I think they're going to get Vera for that one. Like I said, 2 more games coming up tonight. After this, we will have Eldon and Cap City. 2 very skilled athletic teams in the championship, California and Tipton. First free throw for Bell, up and good. Extends the lead, 9-7. Second free throw up and no good for Dominique Bell. So Versailles will have 15 seconds to get a look here. Yeah, if you want to watch this game, any of the games tonight or tomorrow, we'll be back for the boys' championship games tomorrow. You can stream them at MoSportsZone.com. You want to watch some of the old games? That's cool, too. Go to YouTube, the Benny Media page. Hit the live button. You got all our old games on there. Ari Jones steps into a three. Goes off the iron. Won't fall. Bellamy the board. But it's taken away by Brooke Anderson. 3 seconds. Tigers can get a shot off here. I don't think they recognize the clock, though, as it goes off. Still a good quarter of play from Versailles. They find themselves trailing Smith Cotton 9-7 after 1. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Farmland Grocery LLC in Syracuse is a discount grocery store that carries surplus, bent and dent, seasonal, close-to-date foods, and dated foods. They get new items in every week, and products constantly change. They also sell food in bulk by the case for a discount. Farmland Grocery is open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5, and until 6 on Friday. Located directly north of the Highway 50 and D intersection in Syracuse. Follow Farmland Grocery LLC on Facebook to stay up to date on new arrivals.
And we are back getting ready for the second quarter of play. It will be the Gladstone Cove trailer sales second quarter. The Lady Tigers of Versailles came out, and let's just call it what it is. You saw the players take the floor. You saw Bellamy at 6'2", and you thought, okay, Versailles is possibly in trouble in this one. What are they going to do to slow them down? And instead, their defense has been impeccable. They've came out firing on all cylinders. A big 3 from Brooke Anderson, 2 from Vera, and I believe 4 from Reagan Wilson. If my count's off, I apologize. And then back the other way, I've got, I don't have a good count on that one. I messed this one up. That's fine. It is what it is. Back the other way, though, Smith Cotton looks a little befuddled by this Versailles defense. They keep trying to feed low, and every time they loft the ball low, it seems like the trap is coming. Multiple players are double-teaming on Bellamy, not letting her get position, as Bellamy not even in the game to start this second quarter of play for Smith Cotton. Versailles with the first offensive possession. Vera on the left side. Thought about a shot. Instead, a hard skip pass. Ari Jones, mid-range jumper up and long, and a jump ball going to be called, and it was Wilson getting tied up with Burlingame, and Wilson was not going to be out-muscled there. Jump ball, though, favors Smith Cotton. I know, Coach, one of the things she said was Ari hasn't got a score in the last couple of games. Ari's been playing great defense and rebounding. She'd like to see Ari get some shots up tonight, start getting her offense going. So it's good to see Ari at least pull the trigger and get some looks. Wilson to Hieronymus, going low to Burlingame. Her shot too strong, late whistle. They're going to go ahead and get Wilson for the foul. Burlingame will go to the line for 2. First team foul of the quarter. First on Wilson. Burlingame's first free throw, up and long. Second free throw coming up. And it's short, tipped, and a loose ball chased down. Bell chasing after it, and somehow comes up with it for Smith Cotton. Ball still loose, and finally picked up. Oh, my goodness. A little confusion out on the court. It was finally picked up by Jackson over to Hieronymus. The corner is Bell. Lofting down low, and a travel going to be called, I believe, I assume. Yes, that is the call. They were trying to get it to Brooklyn Lamar on the low block, but didn't work. Yeah, there was a lot of confusion from Smith Cotton as one player was running the wrong way, and, yeah, a lot of things just transpired. Vera comes back to meet the pass. Her skip past Ari Jones. Back over to Anderson. Inside, back out. Anderson a look. No, she doesn't want it. Gives it to Vera. She'll fire a 3 from the top of the key. Low arching shot. Won't go off the back iron. Controlled by Bell. 9-7, 6:51 to play here in the second quarter. Jackson to the right side. Gives it up to the corner to Hieronymus. Top of the key is Dominique Bell. She drives in, pulls it back out. Jackson. Once again, is a 1-2-2 being ran by Versailles. Or an extended 3-2, however you want to call it. Bell gets inside the defense. Great hands as it's stripped and controlled by Wilson. Out to Vera. Vera wants to run. Picks it up at 3, gives it up to Brooke Anderson. Patiently steps into 1. No, a skip pass and a little confusion between two players as I think Brooke thought Vera was flaring out. Vera thought she was supposed to cut down. Turnover, but either way, a 2-point game. 6:18 to go in the second quarter. You're not mad about it if you're Versailles right now. Smith Cotton back on offense. Once again, Bellamy still not in this game. A little surprised at that. At the high post is Burlingame. Well, two-man game, tipped around. The ball still on the floor, being chased down, finally controlled by Smith Cotton. Bell will try a corner 3 off the iron, won't go. Rebound Wilson. So Versailles, more good defense. We're 5:54 to go in the second quarter. No one has scored. It's been 9-7 since the end of the first. Brooke Anderson to skip to Vera to the corner. Jones back to Vera. Skip to Anderson. Good shot fake. Drives. Free throw line jumper there, but passes up to Vera to Jones. Trying to go inside, but it is stolen again. Jason, I've screwed everything else up, but I have.
Fine, buddy.
Just keep yourselves. I don't even care about the other one at this point. I screwed the other one up already. How are you, man?
Here, give me the other one. I'll take care of it.
Oh, no, I mean, I don't have enough points on it.
Don't worry about it.
And a rebound by who else? Ari Jones averages 10 rebounds a game. She's 5'6", pulling in 10 rebounds a game, Jason. That's insane.
Ari is very, very active. I would very happily walk in here and look at this scoreboard right now when I walked in this gym.
The defense has been impeccable. And a floater on the way from Anderson almost went, but too strong. Another tie-up jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor Versailles. Yeah, Bellamy has been somewhat neutralized in this game. They're fronting her. They're backing her. They're running a 3-2 or a 1-2-2, however you want to put it. They're doing a great job.
Well, the girls have been pretty giddy in the hallway today, looking forward to this game. And it's been kind of a fun thing today in the hall about it. And they said they were here to play tonight. So I said, well, we'll see. But when I walk in, it looks like they weren't lying to me.
Wilson's rebound tracked down by Bland. Ari Jones will try a corner 3 off the back iron, won't go, but another offensive board. It's Vera. Gives it up to Brooke Anderson. Back to Vera. She drives to the right. Dishes it to Brooke. Brooke steps into a 3 off the iron, won't go. Versailles is getting some looks.
Yeah, those are good threes. I mean, those are nice shots.
Jason, I talked with Coach Gunter before the game, and I asked her, what's the plan, what's the approach? And, of course, she talked about the defense, but she said season-wise and tonight-wise, they have simple goals. The goals are get up more shots than the other team. She wants her girls to get some confidence, shoot the ball, because you can't score if you don't shoot it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And secondly, win the rebounding battle. She said if we get up more shots than the other team and we pull in more rebounds, we're going to be in a lot of games.
Yeah, well, she's exactly right.
Talked about, how young they are and basically reteaching the fundamentals to some of these kids, and it's just a building process right now. As the Smith Cotton shot goes off the top of the backboard, you're not allowed to use that part. But I really like the way they're looking at it. They are very positive and optimistic, and it shows in this game. She said this team, of all the teams she's had, maybe the one that has bought in the most. As Ari Jones tries a 3 off the back iron, she said it doesn't matter what it is. Jones somehow gets the offensive board.
Nice job.
To Anderson, gets to the mid-range, out to Vera, shot fake. She turns the corner and drives right into the teeth of the defense and draws a foul.
That's a very nice pick right there.
But she said this team, it doesn't matter what she says. She's like, there is no back talk or questioning. She's like, if I say, hey, get to the rim more and try more layups, she goes, they just say, okay, and they'll go out there and they try to get to the rim more.
That's the great thing about youth. It doesn't know better.
Yeah.
They soak up everything.
Yeah, she said it's great. So they're really just focusing on the fundamentals. As that free throw halfway down and rolls out.
You've said that all week long.
I'm telling you, these rims are evil. I don't know what Coach Culpepper does to them, but it's not very nice. Bellamy checks back into the game. Jason, I know you of all people appreciate this. I asked Coach, are you worried about the size of Bellamy? Down low, she's pretty physical. She goes, well, we got Ari. She's pretty physical. I said, yeah, but there's size difference. She goes, you realize Ari, as second free throw won't fall, on the season has accidentally caused 3 injuries. So one goes, yeah, she's broke 2 noses and split 1 player open thus far. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, that's not a bad start.
Said it's all accidental, of course, just fighting for loose balls and stuff. It's like, man, you don't want to mess with Ari Jones. Good ball movement outside by Smith Cotton, trying to step into a pass. Shot by Burlingame won't go, but Bellamy just pulls it down over everybody and puts it up and in. First points of the second quarter come with 3:45 to go. It's 11-7, just a 4-point game. Skip pass to Vera. Vera gets inside and is fouled. I don't know if this statement's going to make any sense. I know the score, Smith Cotton is winning by 4. But if you didn't see a scoreboard, by the way the plays went just since you walked into the gym, you would think Versailles is winning right now.
I'm happily surprised. I'm very happy.
They just
I saw in here.
they're getting the looks. They have better ball control and rebounding as Wilson launches the three that won't go.
Just aggressive and just playing. I mean, this is a total night and day difference in just what I've seen already.
But as
the first game of this tournament,
as a coach, I know it's going to sound crazy again. You love the fact, you're missing shots. Okay, we're getting good looks.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, someday you'll keep practicing and get to a point where those shots will fall. And I'm looking at the coaching staff. They're doing the head pat. I know what that head pat means. We've seen that already in this tournament. They're going to Bellamy.
Oh, sure.
I don't know why that's what the head pat means, but the head pat means feed the post. And you see assistant coach Kirk looking at the girls going, come on, we know what that means.
Yeah. Maybe it means use your brain. Go to Bellamy. That's a smart move. Because I'd go to her every time.
Oh, she is a force down low and can finish with both hands. So Smith Cotton, they're going to throw that high pass up to Bellamy where only she can get it. Puts it up in it. The problem is for Versailles, I don't know what you can do better defensively there because they threw it 8 feet up in the air. You don't have don't have a girl that can get that.
There's only so much you can do.
Well, you can front and back her, but if you can't jump that high, you just can't jump that high. And Vera, a little pitter patter there, looking for a passing lane. Turnover back to Smith Cotton. Jason, I get worried every time at how quickly Britt gets here. I don't know what she thinks the speed limit is.
I think she's leaving school early. I think she's sneaking out.
And Smith Cotton, that's a travel. It's got to be a travel. They go right back to the well off Bellamy, but she stepped before she dribbled, and that's going to be a travel. Ball back to Versailles. So Versailles at least pressuring her, making her think twice about these shots, and gets free. I mean, they've held Smith Cotton to 13 points. As Ari Jones.
Yeah. And this is a team that, gave Tipton, I thought, a little bit of a fit the other night.
They did. They did. And this team also played Cap City down to the wire. I mean, they lost to Cap City by 1. They had a tie ball game with 12 seconds to go as Vera tries to run down the loose ball but can't. So, I mean, it's not like you're playing a nobody. You're playing a Class 5, I think Class 5, maybe Class 6.
Yeah, they're Class 5. They're Class 5.
Yeah, a Class 5 school with a legitimate collegiate player on the block, and you've held them to 13 points with 2:30 to go. And it's another steal from the Tigers. Wilson with the steal, gets it to Anderson. Brooke Anderson ahead to Vera, draws the contact. That's going to be team foul number 4 for Smith Cotton, so anything from here on is going to result in Versailles free throws.
Nice job by Brooke Anderson getting that thing down the floor and looking ahead.
Brooke Anderson does not play like a sophomore.
Nah, she's a good kid. She's a good player, man. And she's just a youngster.
You can tell the experience she got last year is huge because pressure doesn't seem to phase Brooke, and she is quick with the ball, mid-range jumper up in it. That looked pretty all the way. Brooke Anderson cuts the lead to 4. Just over 2 minutes to play, and now pestering defense on Bell. In the corner, Smith Cotton giving up to Hieronymus at the top of the key. They're trying to go low to Bellamy. But look at Sarah Bland working down there trying to take her away and keeps her off the glass.
She's the one been talking the most smack about getting on Bellamy today in the halls.
Bland,
she was going to work.
Bland has had a body on her all night, and it almost seems like Sarah and Ari have an agreement. Sarah says, I'll take Bellamy and push her away, and while I hold her off, you go get the rebound. Yeah. And it's a great plan. It's going to be a travel on the Tigers. Ball back to Smith Cotton.
It makes me laugh because I just thought they were just saying their own normal smack talk in the hallway, but they actually, they were excited about this. This is cool, man.
That's huge for a program. When you got confidence and you're out here doing this, when as a 3 on the way from Smith Cotton, Ari Jones, another rebound. I understand how she averages 10 now. I'm starting to see it.
Sarah was literally using a D-line move, a rip move to get underneath Bellamy to get in front of her.
Vera out to Anderson. Anderson trying to turn the corner, skip past to Ari Jones. Ooh, tried to loft it back to Brooke, but Brooke a couple inches too short. It goes back into the backcourt, out of bounds. Ball will revert back to Smith Cotton.
Yeah, Tigers just clean that passing up just a little bit.
And Smith wants the timeout. We'll take the break as well. 1:14 to go in the second quarter. Just a 4-point game, 13-9. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
H&R Block of Versailles is a family-owned and operated block advisor's office celebrating 10 years of business serving Versailles and the surrounding areas. Pamela Johnson, an enrolled agent, and her certified team are here to prepare your taxes, handle your bookkeeping and payroll, plus audits, tax notices with the IRS and the state, and problem solving and issue resolution. For more information, call the H&R Block office on Monroe Street in Versailles at 573-378-5843. 573-378-5843.
We're back with 1:14 to go in the second quarter, and Jason, we're not going to sugarcoat it. Let's call it what it is. We didn't think this game was going to be a 4-point game at this point.
No, I love these girls to death, but no, I did not. But hey, they're in here fighting and battling. Who knows?
It's been a good showing early. The defense has led the way as they've only given up 13 points, that being Versailles. They try to run that pass down to Bellamy, and a great job by Bland to get in the way. It's recovered by Bell, who goes to the rim, and she is fouled. But I'm serious, Sarah Bland is going to deserve a ice bath and a long nap after this game. She's in there playing like a right guard, just trying to move people.
I'll tell you, yeah. Bellamy off.
I mean,
I don't know how to say it, but I'm going to tell you what, you'll find out real quick how tough you are going against her.
Oh, yeah, once again, Bellamy, I mean, every bit of 6'2", maybe even a little bigger.
She's a big girl, and I don't mean that in a bad way. She is a big girl.
She's built strong, and she gets the offensive board there and puts it up and in. 16-9, 7 is the biggest lead of the night for Smith Cotton.
That's her and imposing her will right there.
I mean, that is a college athlete right there.
Yeah.
Driving is Ari Jones, pulls it back out to Vera. Vera trying to get the top of the key, goes to the skip pass to Brooke Anderson. Shot fake inside the Bland, back out to Brooke. Puts up a mid-range jumper off the front iron, wouldn't go. Rebound to Bellamy. Bellamy gives it up to Hieronymus. Tries to go baseline, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line for two. So with 31.7 seconds to go, Smith Cotton, the opportunity to really stretch this one out a little bit. As the offense has just been non-existent for Versailles in this quarter. It's, once again, not that they haven't gotten looks. They're just not going now.
It's not going in.
And the first free throw, wow, touched the front, the back, the front, the back again. Did the cha-cha slide and finally fell through. Second free throw up and good. So it's 18-9 now, full court pressure. Brooke Anderson does not seem to care. Goes right at Bell, gives it up to Vera. Pass, though, on the floor, controlled by Versailles. Out to Anderson. She goes short corner. Skip pass up to Vera, who will fire a jumper. Anderson there for the offensive rebound, puts it up and in. 13 seconds to go in a 7-point game. 18-11 is the lead. They're going to try to loft it again for Bellamy. It's the same play. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as Bellamy puts it up and in. I just don't know what you do if you're Versailles.
No. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. Just hang in there, and hopefully some of these shots will start falling in the second half. But they've been great, man.
Well, at the half, very respectable score. 20-11, Versailles finds themselves trailing Smith Cotton. We'll come back with your IB halftime show in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Ozark Regional Insurance, an independent insurance agency, combines friendly customer service with quality insurance products, including home, auto, life, health, business, farm, and recreational vehicle insurance. Owned by Phil Hilty, Ozark Regional Insurance services the Lake and Central Missouri. For a quote, visit them in Tipton at 309 U.S. Highway 50 West or call 660-433-0108. And Megan Randall, manager in Versailles at 609 West Newton or call 378-6081.
At Lake Regional, we're proud to offer a nationally accredited cancer center with deep expertise, state-of-the-art technology, and personalized treatment plans. Our team is here for one reason: you. We promise to be at your side from diagnosis to treatment and beyond, leaving no stone unturned. Lake Regional Cancer Center. Our commitment runs deep.
Cliff Harris has been making happy customers at Warrensburg Ford and Chrysler and Marshall Chrysler for years with dedicated employees in sales and service. Now he's bringing those same qualities to California. The new California Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Find out for yourself why their customers leave happy.
Hi, I'm Cliff Harris, and I want you to be another happy customer.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading AirEase products. Every AirEase product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research, servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years. DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling for reliable products offered by reliable people, called DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling.
And we are back. I think, is Mr. Merritt going to come throw a headset on and join us up here for a little halftime interview? We've got one for you. Sure. He's got the face made for radio. He's ready to go, I promise. No, it's been a fun first half of play. I mean, I'm very excited about what we've seen. 20-11, it's a 9-point lead. But, Jason, if I had told you last night, hey, you know what, I bet at the half, Versailles is going to hold them to just 20 points, making a 9-point game, you wouldn't have believed me.
Yeah, and I don't even care what happens the second half. I don't, because I think Smith Cotton is starting to figure out, just lob it up there to Bellamy and get it in. I think she's going to have a pretty big second half unless we find an answer. I don't care what happens. I'm pretty proud of these girls because there's nobody even gave them a shot to even be in this game at this point, and I'm not meaning that in a bad way, but they're a young team with very, very little experience, and this is incredible, Good for these girls. No matter what, this is a huge learning lesson. This first half has already been a huge learning lesson for Versailles girls right now.
Well, and I love what you were telling me, that in the halls today that the girls showed, or we're talking a little smack, I don't even want to say talk smack.
But of course, she's known for it, man. But, yeah, this is what they've been talking about.
But I think that's great. I think that is, especially in this state of a program, if you can't have confidence in yourself going into a game, why would you ever expect anyone else to ever have confidence? It goes back to, I know we talk about him a lot, it goes back to the Ryder Williams effect. I know a lot of people that, Ryder, he looks a little cocky out there sometimes. Good, I hope he is. The kid came in averaging 41 a game. Ryder should.
You want him open?
Yeah, seriously, you find a kid that bets on themselves every time. The greats always did, and that's what I'll never get. You look at a guy like, what was Larry Bird known for?
Yeah.
Larry would tell you before he scored on you, would tell you how he was going to score on you, and then do it. I mean, be getting his ankle taped, asking what's scoring record in here tonight, things like that. Everybody loved that. I like it at the high school level, too. I like to see this confidence in the kids, and this is the first time, and I know we've only seen them a couple times a year, that these Versailles girls look this confident.
Well, like Sarah, I bet twice I've seen her jumping around in the hallway where she's full of energy anyway, and I said, what are you doing? And she would talk about the game, and I said, what are you going to do with this Bellamy girl? She's a big girl, man. How are you going to handle her? I'm gonna put this on her. I'm gonna push her here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get under. And I'm like, you're just talking smack. And that's what she's always doing. But she just kept doing it all day long. And all the girls were upbeat, And of course, they know they're outgunned almost every single time they take the floor. But the fact they're smiling, Brooke, have her in class, and great attitude, all of them.
Yeah.
They're here to play. Like Brooke Anderson told me at the beginning of the year, whenever they were still trying to figure out how many girls we'd even have, she goes, I don't care. I just want to play basketball. And that always kind of stuck with me because I'm like, that's what just play basketball. And that's what they're doing. They don't care. They're just playing basketball.
Well, and what you just said, they're outgunned. They're outgunned until they're not. And that's the thing. You take this squad that is so young and has already got this kind of fight in it. We talked about the first half. They were getting looks. It's not like, they went out of the floor and immediately turned it over. No, they worked the ball around. They got threes. They got a lot of mid-range looks. They just couldn't get the shots to go. Well, if you continuously keep playing basketball, you continuously keep putting in the practice, as Coach Gunter pointed out, we've had 20 practices this year. He's like, that's it. Or she said, that's it. It's young in the season. You keep going. Those shots are going to start falling eventually.
And your confidence changes throughout the season as you get more experience.
Yeah.
I was telling Spinagle the other day down at his office, I said, man, you got to realize if these same girls are all on this team next year, and just as it is, Ari Jones will be the first senior to graduate in 4 years at the end of next year. That tells you how young this team keeps every year. For some reason, we keep losing some of the older kids. If Ari is a senior next year, she will be the first senior in 4 years to graduate from this program.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, it's constantly rebuilding. This is a pretty good group of girls to do it, though. I mean, you got 13, 14 kids, and you got some good young ones coming behind them. And I think these kids are going to stick it out, and stay with it. And it'll come, man. It's going to come.
I'm a big believer in certain people pave the way with a program maybe when it's down and get this going. And I got to show a little love to one of the girls last year that we saw that actually we talked to quite a bit, Kiera O'Rourke. I felt like Kiera, the way she played the game last year, absolutely defined what the Tigers are trying to do right now, because Kiera was that girl that literally would try to do anything she could. You wanted her to go play center that game? Cool, she'll play center. You want her to handle the ball? You want her to, I mean, anything you wanted out of her, she was going to give you in that game.
Yeah, she's a hard-nosed kid. She still is, too.
Yeah, Kiera really got after it. And once again, I think some of these younger kids, that's why I look at a Brooke Anderson. And I look at the fact that Brooke, once again, just a sophomore, plays above her years. And I think some of that toughness that Brooke and Ari has, not saying that a lot of it's not natural, but I think comes from playing with a girl like Kiera. They see how she conducted herself, how she handled things on the floor.
Oh, sure.
And it's like, I want to learn and I want to be like that.
It's just like Myra Class sat up here and told us, you know, how Abby Backus played a big part in helping mold her and some of those girls. You don't just have Culpepper to look up to. You have some of these kids on the team that are diehard. This is how we do things around here.
Yeah.
Our girls haven't really had that older girls pushing them because we just haven't had a lot of those older girls, but we'll get there. But these are just a bunch of young kids figuring it out. I mean, they're figuring it out by going through the fire, but, hey, it's 11-20 in a game that I don't think many people would have thought that would have been the halftime score. So
no,
they're figuring it out.
They are. They look very positive and ready to go coming out of the locker room, ready for another half of battle. But we'll take a quick break, come back with more of the Hy-Vee halftime show in just a moment. At the half, 20-11, Smith Cotton lead over Versailles. Second half coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Hi, I'm Colton Taylor, and I use Versailles Total Fitness. Their 24-hour access makes it easy for me to fit gym time into my busy schedule. I love how spacious and versatile their gym is. With a wide selection of free weights, cable machines, and all the cardio equipment you could need, I have plenty of options to help me stay in shape to cover our local sports teams. They work hard to provide a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. Join me and everyone else at Versailles Total Fitness in becoming a healthier you. Versailles Total Fitness at 31 North Monroe, or give them a call at 573-789-6800.
We know you have lawns to mow, work sites to build, fields to manage, and jobs to finish. With over 100 years of experience, Seidenstricker Nobe will be with you every step of the way. Our customers are the center of everything we do. Find affordable pricing, low monthly payments, and easy financing options on all our John Deere equipment. With 27 locations to serve you, Seidenstricker Nobe Partners is your source for everything John Deere. snpartners.com.
Dunn Property Management is currently taking applications for over 30 one-bedroom, one-bath units in Eldon. These units are for ages 55 plus. Rent includes water, trash, snow removal, and lawn services, and can be pet-friendly upon approval. Locally owned and operated with full-time maintenance staff and office manager. They are close to churches, the senior center, shopping, and parks. For more information, call Dunn Property Management, 573-569-1200.
And we're back. A little bit of the Hy-Vee halftime show left. 20-11 is the lead. Jason, is there anything, if you were Coach Gunter, that you'd tell your girls to do differently in the second half?
Don't quit shooting. Keep shooting. Even though they're not going down, the girls have taken some good shots, and the shots have been there. They're just banging off these rims that are unforgiving this week for some reason. But no, just keep playing. Keep going. Don't get down no matter what happens. Stay upbeat. Keep shooting the basketball.
I get a kick out of watching some of these girls run out here because it's almost like a weird race. They're down 9, but Ari Jones looks like she just won the lottery. Girls just having a blast. When they came out for warm-ups, they were doing cartwheels.
Yeah, you can tell by looking at their face that they know that this is pretty cool where they are right now in this game. They're in it.
And that zone's so effective that, I mean, Bellamy spent a lot of the first half on the bench, and the ball's on the floor. Good job. Vera and
she needs that. She needs that for her confidence right there. That's awesome.
This is a me thing. One of my favorite things as a player was when you made a defensive player something, you looked over and you saw the coach of the other team with his hands on the back of his head going, why? Yeah, and I just saw that from Smith Cotton. So that's a great feeling for the Versailles defense. Good ball movement as Smith Cotton's bringing a double at the top of this every time someone catches the ball, but it's a steal. Outrunning was Burlingame. She gives it up, right hand off the glass, up and good for Hieronymus. 22-11 is the first double-digit lead of the game for Smith Cotton. See if Versailles can answer. They go to Jones. She gives it up to Bland. Skip pass to Anderson. Anderson, a hard skip pass to Jones. Comes back to meet it to Bland. Quickly over to Vera. Looking for some help. Finds Brooke Anderson. Brooke Anderson going to pull it back out and try to get some space. Double team coming. She dribbles away from it. Finds Ari Jones. Skip pass weak side to Vera.
Nice
right
look.
hand off the glass. Just rolls off the iron. You're right. Great feed by Anderson. Just wouldn't fall for Vera. Driving the lane. Putting the shot up as Jackson. Bellamy just too tall. Goes over everyone. But a good contest and rebound. Wilson.
Wilson, she's going to be a good young player, too.
So this whole squad shows so much promise.
Well, you got a lot of good attitudes out here. You can build on that.
And Jones knocks down the jumper. Give her the three-pointer. Coach wanted to see Ari shoot. Now we understand why.
Yeah.
So 22-14 is the Smith Cotton lead with 6:20 to go. Getting the ball inside of Smith Cotton and just bumped a little bit by Bland was Jackson, so she'll go to the line for two.
Sarah got there just a bit late.
I keep seeing some people showing up for the next game, walking and looking at the scoreboard going, what?
Yeah, what?
Jackson's first free throw attempt up and off the back iron won't go. Substitution for Versailles. It looks like Bench will come back into the game. Also checking back in, is that Bumgardner? Yes.
I believe so, yep.
They'll check in for Bland. I didn't see who else came out of the game. Oh, and Vera. As the second free throw's up and good. So 23-14, lead back at 9. 6:15 to go here in the Polylift Boat Lift, third quarter of play. Jones, skip pass to Bench. Bench steps back, fires a three, goes off the front iron. Picked up by Bellamy. Smith Cotton wants to run. Middle of the floor. Good movement. Near steal by Anderson.
Steal.
Wow. Talk about physicality as Anderson leveled the player. Puts it up off the glass. Won't go. Bell goes back to meet it. Still great defense by Brooke Anderson. I think she's playing free safety out there.
Yeah, she is.
Bell splits the defense. Right-hand layup off the glass. Too strong offensive board. Put up and in by Burlingame. Boy, the coaching staff of Smith Cotton very unhappy for a team that just scored.
Hey, you got to love it if you're Versailles when you see their coaching staff screaming.
Jones tracks one down and yells, whoa, at her own play. I have never in my life seen that before. Britt doesn't like the play.
Britt doesn't like it.
Said it's hard on the ACLs. Turnover back to Smith Cotton. That may sum up Ari Jones perfectly. Tracks down a loose ball and yells, whoa, to her own play. You know, if nothing else, coaching these girls has to be entertaining.
Well, I don't know about coaching them. I've had a bunch of them in class, and it's definitely entertaining there, I'll say that.
Never know what to expect with them.
No, never.
And they loft high to Bellamy again. She misses the shot. Oh, it's swatted from behind by Wilson, but...
Come on, give it to her. That was a good swat, I thought.
Listen, I'm not positive, but I swear I watched a Versailles player try to grab her ponytail on the rebound.
Hey, whatever you got to do, man.
Britt, don't laugh at that. Bellamy's free throw, up and good. 26-14 is the lead. 5:07 to go here in the Polylift Boat Lift third quarter. Second free throw. Up, rattles around, and drops home. 27-14. Anderson over to Jones. Jones skip past to Bench. Bench fires a three. Ooh, halfway down. Rebound kept alive, though, by Wilson. Puts a shot up, just won't go, and then tries to tie it up with Bellamy. He's able to free some space. Gives it up to Jackson. Jackson working against Bench, finds Hieronymus. They're trying to post Bellamy low. And
nice job, Brooke.
Brooke Anderson, once again, free safety, Brooke Anderson with another tie-up.
She saw that one in the air and came downhill quick on it. Tried to pick it.
You think Coach Seitz could get her on the football team next year?
I don't know, man. I'd take her.
Yeah, she'd take somebody's spot out there. I promise you that. On the inbounds to Bellamy, right back. That was a nice little touch pass from Bellamy to Hieronymus for the lay-in. 29-14. Smith Cotton's opened this one up a little bit. They're just really starting to use the height of Bellamy. And in a double team, jump ball going to be forced by Bellamy, but possession arrow will stay with Versailles.
And even the mistakes that Versailles makes, they're just mistakes that youngsters make that with not much experience.
Jones to inbound, lofts it deep to Anderson. Brooke wanted the three, didn't have a look at it though, gives it up to Bench. Bench inside, pass a little low, but kept alive by Versailles. Now a jump ball going to be called. Wilson not thrilled about it.
Well, it had to be a jump, a foul, or a 3-second call. It had to be one of the threes.
And Smith Cotton back on offense. Going to run the lob play down low, but this time it was to Burlingame driving this Bell. Late whistle, near block, but instead of foul, going to be called on Anika Bumgardner. I had to look down at first. It's Cap City in front of us. I thought it was California, and I'm like, all right, this is going to be interesting because it's in the middle of the Tipton section.
Pardon me, I thought Coal Camp. Now I see the swords. Now I know it's not Coal Camp.
Yeah, Bluebirds use swords, didn't you know?
Yeah, Coal Camp's not here. So.
It'd be intimidating, a Bluebird with a sword.
Well, if it's a shish kebab, you can do it. 31-14 after the two made free throws, 4:04 to go.
Actually, Coal Camp, one of the teams on the upcoming schedule for Versailles. That could be a good matchup.
Yeah.
Anderson lofts it to Jones, and high skip pass tracked down by Bench. Goes to Brooke Anderson. She fires it back to Jones. Jones, mid-range jumper off the front iron, and once again, Bellamy just pulling down boards over everybody. Say size doesn't matter. It does in the post. As Bellamy runs the floor, gets it, and is fouled.
Yeah, it does whenever your size is, almost a foot taller than anybody we got out there?
Yeah, I don't know any other way to explain it other than, based on the Versailles size compared to Bellamy's size, it's kind of like on Thanksgiving when that one uncle goes out and plays football with the kids. It's the
one who's reliving his glory days.
Exactly. It's that much of a size difference. First free throw for Bellamy up and good. Which does make it even more impressive that Schlotzauer had 28 points on her, I think, 16 boards.
Yeah.
Then again, she's kind of a good player. Second free throw up, rattles around and drops home. 14-33. Smith Cotton has opened this one up with 3:36 to go in the Poly Lift Boat Lift third quarter. Vera drives baseline looking for Jones. Jones knocked off the ball, but they'll say last touched by Smith Cotton. The lob. Vera drives on the right side, giving it up. Top of the key is Bland. Bland is fouled.
I like Bland's facial expressions. She's about as funny a kid as you'll ever meet.
I believe that. Brooke Anderson steps out to meet the pass. In the midst of a double team, goes to Ari Jones, and just a step too many. I think her momentum carried her back to the ball. See Coach Ryan over there, head of his game. You really can't lose him in a crowd.
No. I wonder if he could reach up there and straighten up some of them banners on the wall.
He probably could.
He's tall enough.
Oh, Isaiah, a great guy. The ball tipped over to Bellamy. She'll pull up a little mid-range jumper. It's up and good.
She's not missing much now.
Now, 14-35. I was actually looking through some of the Versailles record books earlier. That you got us a record book a while back. And first off, I'm going to have to get with you and update some of those because I think a few of those records may change.
I'm making a new one this year. I've got one coming.
And Bellamy's turnaround jumper wasn't good. I'm not going to call the foul, but I'm pretty certain that Sarah Bland stiff-armed her out of jumper.
Yeah.
She went to take it. Bland's just like, no. All right, I'm not doing this. Sarah Bland, with her hands over her head, barely go up to Bellamy's face. But yeah, some of those I was looking at, I was looking at down the steals list, the individual game scoring. I think, did Ryder have a 52-point game?
Had a 53 and a 50 last year.
Okay,
back to back.
So the 53, he's got to be top 4 now.
103 points in 2 games.
Wow. 3 from the corner, knocked down by Smith Cotton. The shot up and good for Hieronymus.
He's number 4 right now. I think the number I gave you last night was off a little bit. I think he's 2,074 or something like that.
That's still a lot of points.
Right now. So, yeah, he's doing all right. We'll see where he ends up this year.
We'll take the break. 2:31 to go. Smith Cotton's open this one up 38-14. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Sacaleras Ford in Versailles is proud of their growing customer base. When a customer and their family has bought 18 Fords from the Versailles location, you know the team is doing something right. The Versailles Ford Store sales department customer viewpoint is 100%. That means that every new vehicle sold, the customer is literally 100% satisfied. Sacaleras Ford in Versailles is big enough to serve you and small enough to care. For brand new Ford products, Ford certified pre-owned, service, tires, and Ford parts and award-winning customer satisfaction, it's Sacaleras Ford of Versailles.
And we are back here. Wow. Yeah, I know. A little surprised at that. We are back with 2:31 to go in the third quarter. And despite a great first quarter of play, for Versailles, Smith Cotton has figured something out. But I was going to talk about the upbeat nature as I see Ari Jones jumping in circles on the sideline. You would think she'd be tired at this point game.
Nah, he's just Ari, being Ari.
Versailles, while the defense has been, fairly sound, the problem is right now Smith Cotton having their biggest scoring quarter with 2:31 to go, not to mention the offense for the Tigers has stagnated. They had 7 points in the first, 4 in the second, but right now only 3 points in this third quarter with 2:31 to go. Anderson on the point. Tries to go to Jones, but the pass is jumped by Jackson. She steps out with it, goes to Hieronymus. Hieronymus looks for the back cut, and it is up and good. Count it and a foul for Burlingame. I do think our next matchup will be a fun one. The Eldon Lady Mustangs versus the Capital City Cavaliers.
That'll be a good one.
It's going to be a very interesting comparison because as the free throw won't fall, no call is Bellamy all over the back. She gets it up and in. 42-14. The Cavaliers have a big, I think her last name's Edwards, and very aggressive, very fiery kind of player, 6 foot tall or so. And for the Eldon Mustangs, they have Zoe Martinfee at 5'10", very athletic. But the difference is Edwards is a very competitive player. You can tell they're very serious. Martinfee looks just happy all the time.
Yeah, she's kind of just a bouncy, happy girl.
Yeah, which, once again,
she's
not a bad thing.
She's competitive.
Oh, she gets after and can play some basketball. But it's like, I would love to hear the conversation. She seems like the kind of girl that you come out and you try to talk smack to, and she says thank you for it.
Yeah, she's a nice mean.
Yeah, it's like, it would almost be tough to compete against. Smith Cotton on the fast break, left hand up and in. They have found their offense. Hieronymus' layup good. 44-14, they have opened this up. Anderson needs help, goes to Jones. Skip pass quickly to Bench. Bench will fire a three, gets slapped on the arm as she does. She'll get 3 free throws. And Coach Ron Rhodes very unhappy about it.
And Bench, there's another young girl. And she's been in here. She's fired up a few already. She's got some confidence to shoot it. And at some point, that will start falling. I'd rather be like that than hesitant and scared.
And that's something we talked about, actually, was I specifically mentioned the fact that Bench has been firing up threes as the first one won't go, which said, yeah, that's what we want. She's shooting with confidence, and we need her to keep doing that.
Yeah.
You see these shooters when they're juniors and seniors that are knockdown shooters, whatnot. That didn't start because one day they were just like, oh, I guess today's the day that I'm going to shoot a few threes. No, they've been shooting those threes forever.
Sure.
He said, do you think Ryder just started shooting from the volleyball line this season?
He was very hesitant as a freshman. He only shot 475 threes as a freshman.
Third free throw up and good from Ben.
Until he got his confidence going.
Oh, I'm glad he did. I was really worried about that kid. Oh, ball moving by Smith Cotton on the outside. Trying to go low to Burlingame. They do pass out of bounds. Last touched by Smith Cotton. Ball back to the Lady Tigers for Versailles.
The fun part is brothers. Kobe's student teaching at Versailles right now.
Oh, no.
So as I tell him, I said, you get a front row seat to being passed. You get to watch it first, right up front.
And the problem is that's just more motivation for Ryder to look over and see Kobe at those games.
And Kobe smiles, and of course he supports his brother. But I know them boys well enough. There's a little fire down inside of him that's burning. That he probably wishes he had one more year of eligibility. Go out and pound on Ryder.
I guarantee if you ask Kobe right now, he could go lock Ryder up.
A lot of driveway battles is what made them boys. They made each other great.
Oh, for sure. It's Bench with the steal. The thing about those battles is I guarantee if you ask Jamie, he could take both of them.
Jamie is, yes.
And Bench with the three from the corner. Josie Bench from downtown.
I'm going to tell you what, man. People back in the 90s know, and it was a different style of game back then, but Jamie Williams really was a great player. There was a great player over at Eldon, Corey Runyon.
Yeah.
And I know, Colton, you're a little younger, but he was a kid who would score 50 a game. He was the Ryder Williams of the time, and nobody's seen anything like him. And if Jamie, we had a pretty good team. We had Heath Murdoch, Jamie Williams, David Hens. We had size. We had it all. Jamie could have been just like Corey Runyon if he wanted to. He could have scored like Ryder. Unbelievable player that them boys got it from. Not to say Laura doesn't have some athletic ability, too.
I was about to say Laura's the best ball player of the family. I don't know what you're talking about.
But Jamie he is a player that I will never forget. I would easily put him in the top 10. I don't care what his stats are. Anybody that played against him back in those days knows he could get to the rim anytime he wanted to do whatever he wanted.
Ari Jones with the steal, but I don't think she recognized the clock as it expires. Third quarter comes to an end. Smith Cotton opened this one up in the third, 44-18 their lead. Fourth quarter action coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Special problems require special solutions. I'm Mark Keckner with Keckner Manufacturing. We're known for making turkey coops, but we've expanded including trade repair, laser cutting, head drawing, custom fabricating, and manufacturing. Yes, we do that. That is the reason we've been in business for over 60 years. We are working for the working man. You might not need us today, but when you do, Keckner Manufacturing will be there. Keckner Manufacturing in Tipton, Missouri. Yes, we do that. Go to Keckners.com. That's KOECHNERS.
Divine and the Land Pro team will provide you with excellent service and more than 25 years of combined knowledge of the local real estate market. Looking to buy or sell land or farms in Miller, Morgan, or Camden County? Call Chuck Yo, the Land Pro, at 573-280-4452. Victoria Divine makes finding your next home enjoyable, utilizing the latest technology to bring buyers and sellers together. Buying a home is a big decision. Trust Victoria Divine to handle all the details for you. Divine and Associates, powered by eXp Realty, located across from Wood Supermarket in Eldon.
The Tipton Latham Bank is a locally owned and operated full-service independent community bank serving the area since 1906. The Tipton Latham Bank N.A. is an equal housing lender and a member FDIC. The Tipton Latham Bank is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Stop by the Tipton or Latham branch or visit TiptonLathamBank.com.
Back here, getting ready for this fourth quarter of play. Nothing but love to our camera woman, Britt. She
love her to death, man.
Absolute best. I mean, seriously, great volleyball player, too. I really did enjoy watching her on the volleyball court. She gets after it. Speaking of getting after it, the defense Smith Cotton forces a turnover. That's Bell on the run out here in the Como Connect fourth quarter. Her shot off the glass, up and in. And Anderson with the foul. And
that's a lot of athlete coming right at you right there.
Yeah, that
is smooth.
And once again, we're talking about different weight classes right now as Smith Cotton, a Class 5 school. I mean, these girls have a lot more people coming to their school.
Oh, yeah. More size, more speed, more everything.
Free throw won't go. Anderson pulls in the rebound. Just trying to see here.
Whoop.
7 points that last quarter. Shot won't go. But
Ari didn't know it. She thought she turned it over.
Ari was
she
ready.
Went the other way.
Ari drives and takes the contact. Doesn't seem to care. She can make the football team, too, just FYI.
She could. She could.
There's a few of these girls that can make the football team.
Well, if I could talk merit over there to get girls football, like tackle football, maybe we get a little conference going.
Versailles would win the state title.
I've seen it happen. There's some places that have it.
Like, I'm here to tell you Versailles would win the state title.
A little 8-man team, it'd be awesome.
Bench takes the inbounds, fires it. That was a good-looking shot, though.
Good-looking shot, and it was there. It just didn't go in.
Mark my words, Bench is going to wind up the shooter for this team in future years, and that's an impressive finish for Dominique Bell. She took the contact and stagger step to lay it in with the left hand.
Yeah, she's being really aggressive and just driving right through that Tiger defense right now.
Wait, which Tigers defense? Smith Cotton Tigers or Versailles Tigers?
Yeah, well played. B-Town Tigers.
Either way, Tigers are going to win this game.
I foul out.
Also, I don't know why the clock stopped. That's 30 points.
Clock should be going.
Maybe it's because of a foul out. Maybe, I don't know. And so Brooke Anderson.
Shouldn't be.
Brooke Anderson will go to the bench. A great game by Brooke, though. She gives 110% every time she's on the floor. The free throw is long, but goes right back to Dominique Bell. She'll step out with it. Calling for the pass was Hieronymus. She'll fire a 3, and it rattles home. If you're going to yell at a teammate to get the ball, I think you are obliged to make the 3 then.
Yeah, I think so.
So Vera will take over the point guard duties with Anderson out. Over to Ari. Ari gets into the teeth of the defense and is fouled. I swear contact just finds Ari Jones.
Start the clock. Sorry about that. I had to tell them. They got it going.
Oh, you can take the coach out of the game, but you can't take the game out of the coach.
I always holler at the officials. It's always.
Oh, don't worry. It's going to be a year-long thing. I promise by the game at the end of the night tonight, you won't be the only one. It's going to be loud in this gymnasium.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, if you are coming out to tonight's game, a travel going to be called on the inbounds. If you're coming out to tonight's game, you need to get here 45 minutes before tip-off if you want a seat.
You're not joking about that. If you want a comfortable seat, for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be standing room only if it's anything like last year. I know Jackson told me the student sections are loud and ready to go tonight.
Oh, I bet they've been firing off texts back and forth all day long, man.
Oh, my gosh. That is, like I said, that is competitive. And it's big for either of those programs. If you're California, you knock off the reigning state champions. And if you're the state champions, we just took off a lot bigger school from down the road again.
I mean, I like it back in the old days when they played football against each other, and there's that barn halfway between Tipton and California out here on 50 Highway, and they would just put graffiti on it of awful things about each other on that barn back in the old days.
That's kind of amazing.
You can still look, if you know what barn to look at, you can still see some old paint on it.
That might be the most Midwestern thing.
Oh, man, it was. They go out and whoever won, there'd be stuff painted all over it the next day.
Why are you mad? Because what's his face painted about me on his barn?
I mean, it was awesome. We Versailles kids used to just love to drive over once in a while and look at it and see how they got into it.
See, I couldn't do that because if I was from another school that was rival with them, I'd go up there and paint stuff, pretending to be the other school, just stir that pot a little bit more. Oh, first free throw, no good for Hieronymus. The second one on the way. Free throw up and good. 52-18. It kind of reminds me, we talked about before, of the district championship Warsaw and Versailles played years and years ago, and Warsaw was up by like 12 at the half. They had this really great guard, and Wyatt Espinoza, one of the nicest guys you'll meet. Everybody loves Espy. As a turnover by Smith Cotton back to Versailles. Espy apparently went on Twitter the night before and found out about the star player and some of his close friends and so forth. And the second half decided it was a good time to start talking a little smack on the floor and get in the kid's head. Next thing you know, kid couldn't hit a shot. He was forcing stuff up. And
yep, Espinosa was good at it. He's good at the mind games.
Like I said, Wyatt is the nicest guy. But he's a smart character. He knows how to win some basketball games.
He did all right this career.
He saw the video of Ryder's behind the back layup, and he had to send us a video of him doing the same thing. And he said, I walked so Ryder could run.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, Bench with the ball, working against some defense from Smith Cotton. Gives it up. And in a tough way with the ball, that was Lily Crump who had checked into the game for Versailles. Layup attempt on the other end for Bell won't go. Bench with the rebound. Bench looks more confident in this game than I've seen her thus far.
Yeah, doing a good job.
Josie to the corner to Vera. Vera, and once again, split the defenders, got bumped, took an extra step. Are we getting a timeout from Smith Cotton? Why are we getting a timeout from Smith Cotton? Okay, we're getting a timeout from Smith Cotton. Couldn't tell you what they want to talk about. But with 3:43 to play, we'll take a break as well. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and welcome to Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales. Do you need a trailer to get your boat out of the water? Maybe just a replacement trailer. Or considering selling your boat and you know a trailer will help get it done. We carry 11 lines of high-quality boat trailers. If we don't have what you need, we also build our very own line of custom aluminum boat trailers. Thanks to everyone that's been by or just heard of us and gave us a referral. From my family to yours, we can't thank you enough.
And we're back, 3:43 to go in this fourth quarter. And while Versailles looked great in the first half, it was just a matter of time before Smith Cotton kind of put 2 and 2 together. Hey, we have a 6'2" girl. They don't have anybody over like 5'8". If we just throw this thing really high, she probably can go get it where they can. And that has been the difference in this second half of play.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple philosophy. If you got a tall kid, use them.
But Bellamy no longer in the game. I'd say her night is over with. So we're seeing subs now from both teams. Well, a few subs. But I say that Smith Cotton doesn't really have – I mean, they have 2 players on their bench.
We just take out our freshmen and put in more freshmen.
No, do we have 8th graders somewhere on the bench for Versailles? Or I joke, such a young team.
comes Ella Pryor, fresh off the wrestling mat.
I'm telling you, she's going to wind up the best shooting Pryor in the family.
Yep.
And on the inbounds, Bell, right-handed layup won't fall. Bench another rebound.
There you go.
Brings it into the front court. Bench looking for a little help. Skip pass over to Vera. Vera will drive with the right hand. Few fakes. Goes out to Bench on the other side. Working against the defense. Step back. Mid-range jumper. It won't go. Strong board pulled in by Smith Cotton. Also in the game, by the way, for the Lady Tigers. Well, I don't...
We got Mackenzie Byer, number 23 in there.
That's who I was looking for. I thought it said 25. Yeah, Kinsey Byer. We got another timeout. What is a timeout here? Coach is pointing at something. I don't know what he doesn't like, but he is pointing about it and is very confused. Seriously, I don't know what you have to discuss. You're up 34 points with 2:47 to go.
No kidding.
And
what is going on?
Pointing at the mat down here?
He is mad about the word Cardinals on the mat, I think. I'm not sure.
I think so.
Right? They spelled it right,
yeah. Yeah, he sees something he doesn't like, and I don't know. The officials don't seem too concerned about it. And once again, I can't speak for officials. They seem like really nice guys. When they came up, we were talking to them beforehand. But I can imagine the conversation amongst them is, you're up 34, dude. Just finish the game.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Well, whatever. Let the confusion remain. Coming up after this, we'll have Eldon and Cap City. Two very athletic squads. Cap City and this Smith Cotton team came down to the wire, just a 1-point finish. And the Eldon Lady Mustangs, they had a tough go of it the other night when they faced off with the California ladies. But I think, to me at least, they showed a lot of promise. It just seemed like a poor shooting night for them and a couple soft turnovers. But they have some absolute ballers. If they can get Sydney Halderman going early in that game, Eldon can put some points up on you.
I'm really confused about what just happened.
You know, I'm pretty certain everyone is confused as to what just happened. But I do know that we're playing ball again.
Finally.
Smith Cotton working against the zone of Versailles, and a timeout, or excuse me, a foul called, and now pointing in that area. Okay, we keep pointing in the same area. I would really like to know what we're pointing at.
Apparently, yeah.
Is this a timeout?
Are you kidding me? What? No.
What is happening right now? I am so absolutely lost. We played 2 passes and just took another stoppage of play. It's a 34-point game.
And half of possession, you're calling another one.
I don't even...
What did you not get talked about in the first?
And you just sub Bellamy back in.
I don't know.
Why did you just put your 6'2" future college player back in up 34 after burning 2 timeouts in 4 seconds of play?
You better hope nobody gets under her foot or something happens to her. I want her on the bench.
I am lost right now. Oh, well. Tipton beat him by 30. Bench with the steal. They went to Bellamy, and Bench said, no, I don't care. Great play by Josie Bench to right the ship. Vera on the attack. Let's get past to Pryor. A little too hot to handle. Goes out of bounds. We're about due for another timeout. No? Okay, we'll actually get to keep playing. I want to know what everyone pointed at.
I don't know. I'm going to have to find out. Put Cliff Britt on this. We'll never investigate after the game.
Investigate. Yeah, we'll have to call Cole Pepper. What was going on there, man? Oh, back on offense. Bell will try a corner 3 too far. Vera wants to run out with it. Back the other way, Smith Cotton. Shot up, won't climb the iron. Rebound fought for. Bellamy on the ground after it. It's still loose. Pulled in by Pryor. Out to Bench. She'll fire a 3. Won't go. Offensive board. Too strong. Controlled by Bellamy. We're under 2 minutes to play on the outlet. Bell, left hand off the glass and scores. 18-54. Man, I'm just confused.
I know.
Oh, don't worry, another timeout. Cool. This one called by the Versailles bench. I think it's just to get a substitution in, though. I think it's so that Peyton Gamber can check into the game. Gamber, just a freshman. Going to talk some strategy, though, with both these teams. Oh, Jason. I tell you what, the Chiefs play Sunday night.
I don't know if I need to look forward to it anymore or not. They're frustrating.
Hear me out. So my boy Nick Wright, my favorite analyst on all the TV, he was on Sports 610 Sports for a long time, and now he's on First Things First in the afternoons on ESPN. or on Fox Sports, whatever it is. When the Chiefs got down 14-0, he sent out a tweet, and he said 2 years ago the Chiefs did the same slump thing, and against the end of a Green Bay game, threw a pass. He called it the pass heard around the world, and he said it righted the offense. They went right back to normal. He goes, down 14-0, this is where our offense is about to click. And what do you know? We outscored the Raiders after that, 31, I think it was, to 3.
Sure.
If he's right, maybe they found it. Maybe Rashee Rice is the answer. Maybe they know he's the number one now. Maybe they figured some things out, and the offense is going to look good because the defense looks fine.
The defense is fine. It's just, can we catch some balls that are thrown to us consistently? And I will go to my grave saying, give the ball to Pacheco. Give the ball to Pacheco.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we give it to him enough.
A foul called on Smith Cotton as Vera hits the floor. Also, since we give him all the hate, I got to give him some love. On Rashee Rice's long touchdown, Marquez Valdez-Scantling was wide open. As soon as the play started, no one covered him. He was waving his hands, and Patrick didn't see him. They hit Rice, and instead of pouting about it, Marquez ran up and made the block that wound up freeing Rashee Rice for the touchdown. So I do appreciate that, at least.
Sure, yeah.
And a shot on the way won't fall for the Tigers. Pryor tries to keep it alive, but it continues out of bounds. We've got 35 seconds to play, barring any more timeouts. Seriously, I just want to know what was being pointed at. There's nothing on that wall. Maybe the one Cardinal was giving him a dirty look or something.
I don't know, man, but that was really strange.
Also, Bellamy came back in for like a play and a half. I'm just confused on a lot of things this game. Smith Cotton just going to hold it.
Maybe she's close to some record or something, and they were trying to get her. I don't know.
Could be. I don't know. I didn't hear the crowd cheer or anything, so it's hard to say. But Smith Cotton going to run the clock out. And that's how this one's going to come to an end. Our broadcast went all over the place, but don't worry, we're going to get it cleaned up as we get ready for our second game, which will be Eldon facing off with Cap City. But your post-game show coming up for Versailles and Smith Cotton in just a moment. Oh, I thought they were going to tell us something. Okay, post-game show coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
The goal of the Morgan County Health Center in Versailles is to make sure you feel your best and stay that way. A few of the public health and community services available at the Morgan County Health Center include CPR and first aid training, food safety classes, educational materials and classes promoting healthy lifestyles and activities, children and adult immunizations, and nutrition for expectant mothers and young children through the WIC program. For more information, follow the Morgan County Health Center on Facebook or call 378-5438. The Morgan County Health Center at 104 West Lafayette in Versailles, connecting the community to healthy choices. Butch's Small Engines east of Tipton is your sales and repair person for all makes and models of small engines. They sell and install B&W gooseneck hitches. They're a dealer for Echo chainsaws, weed trimmers, and blowers, and a Kohler warranty center. Butch's Small Engines is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday till noon. Highway 50, 3.5 miles east of Tipton. Butch's Small Engines. Call 660-433-5831. That's 660-433-5831.
It's not called a farm won't or a farm can't. It's the Case IH Farm All Series, and it's available now at Crown Power and Equipment. And instead of telling you that the Case IH Farm All can do baling, mowing, pulling, raking, and digging, we'll just give you the list of things it won't do. Ready? Nothing. Get your Case IH Farm All Series today at Crown Power and Equipment and find out why Can Do comes in red. Crown Power and Equipment. Passion, power, performance. Find a location near you at crown-power.com.
And we're back as we switch gears and head off to our post-game show here as I realize that my button suddenly is not working for that. That's a little weird. But the post-game show, that is the Shed post-game show on our Danner Roofing KS95 Sports broadcast. Jason, even though the score doesn't end up where you want, it was still a good showing by the Versailles Lady Tigers, especially in the first half of play.
Yeah, I ignore the scoreboard. I'm not a huge fan of moral victories, but sometimes, you know, this is a moral victory. Versailles played a great half of basketball. And no, it wasn't 4 quarters necessarily. Smith Cotton is a better team than us. Sometimes the other team is better, but we learned a lot, I think, in this game. And our girls should not be holding their heads down at all. They should be very confident. This was a giant step forward. I walk in the gym, I see them more aggressive. We're taking shots. We're acting like things are clicking. We're not acting so new. You know, I know we got a lot of newbies out here, freshmen and sophomores, but we didn't act that way as much. And this is a step forward, and that's really all this program can do is just keep trying to take steps forward and get better and better each game.
And they definitely did that. Prior to the game, Coach Gunter told me that the goal was to get shots up, outshoot the other team, and to out-rebound the other team. I don't know if they out-rebounded Smith Cotton, but they rebounded very well. I mean, they were active, especially girls like Ari Jones, who seemed to be pulling in boards left and right.
Yeah, you have Ari, you had Sarah Blandon there working hard inside. Reagan Wilson in there banging around, some of the freshmen, Dakota Moore. So, yeah, I mean, we have something to work with. That's the thing about Versailles. We have something to work with, something that I think can only get better. And the kids themselves, their attitudes are great. They're just good kids. That's why they're out here, and you can always build on that.
Now, I know the scoring wasn't quite what Versailles wanted in the books, only able to put up, as I put the paper away, not a ton in that game, but what did the scoring shape up like for the Lady Tigers?
Well, Brooke obviously led the way with 7 points. Ari hit that 3. We have Reagan Wilson with 4 and Josie Bench with 4. Brings us up to 18.
You know, I actually like the fact that Josie went out there with confidence. She's gotten a little bit more each game. Firing the 3, knocked one down, got herself to the free throw line, was able to hit one of those. So it's nice to see players growing into their own and making some headway.
Yeah, and we took a lot of shots that they were good shots. They were on line. They weren't, 10 feet too long, 10 feet too short. They were good shots that just didn't find the bottom of the rim. So our girls, like I said, they'll start following. This will get better. And, Colton, we changed conferences. And in this building process, at some point, that will help as well, just like you saw it help early on with football. That kind of helped us out a little bit this year. You will see that same help with basketball here soon, too. And I do believe success brings more players to the party. If you start having a little bit more success, and I can see things changing for girls basketball here in the next year or two quite a bit.
I completely agree. Well, I tell you what, Jason, we're going to take a quick break and shift gears as we will come back with Eldon and Cap City. If you're watching this stream, going to stop the stream or restart it for the next game. We'll be back in just a moment.